Keep it high, keep it tight. It's Jay Morse, the review guy, back to bring you another 5-minute review. So, just a quick preface with the shoutouts. If your shoutout doesn't appear in a certain video, it's because the timeline in which I'm recording a lot of these album reviews, because I'm doing them so often, sometimes it doesn't mesh with the time frame that you guys send your comments in, so I'm not able to get to them. But just keep in mind that if your shout out doesn't appear in a video, it'll appear in the next one or the one after that. I will definitely get to everyone and you will be shouted out. Don't worry about it. I got you covered. Check my other videos if you don't believe me. I put all the links in the description of the people. I just wanted to get that out of the way and say that shoutouts, it just depends on the video and the timeline of when I mesh. Plus, the amount of support I've been getting recently is just insane. So I really appreciate everything that you guys have done for me, and I hope to do more. So today we're reviewing this album right here, Moments of Clarity by Erra. So Erra is a progressive metalcore band from Birmingham, Alabama. They're a fairly new band, and I believe they were formed in 2009. And this is kind of a strange album to review because I did a really long review on Drift, and I'm of this band, and I might re-record that in a 5-minute review format. But the reason why I wanted to review this EP in particular, and it's an EP, it only consists of 5 songs. It runs at about a 26-minute runtime, if I remember right. The reason I'm wanting to do this is because I feel like this was a grand departure from their previous efforts, because Ian Fairbanks did the vocals on this album, and before that it was JT Cavey. Before that it was Garrison Lee, and then now it's JT Cavey. This was their first effort on Sumerian Records, and Drift was their full-length release on Sumerian Records, their full-length album, their first full-length album on Sumerian Records. Before then they were on Tragic Hero Records. And I feel like there was a more melodic type of format that was used from this point onward, from Moments of Clarity to Drift, and probably to whatever they're going to release next, although they said that was going to be a little bit more dark. But still, if you listen to a song like Pulse off Augment or Dementia, you can definitely see that they have that melodic stuff. Erra's always going to be melodic. It's just I noticed more on Moments of Clarity, and more specifically Drift, that they departed very much more into this melodic type of tone, and it's one that they're embracing more and more throughout their discography, from Impulse to Augment to Moments of Clarity to Drift. You saw it sprout a little bit in Impulse, and it grew a bit more in Augment, and now it's being just fully embraced in Moments of Clarity and Drift. This 5-track affair is absolutely phenomenal. The riffs that is played by the guitarist and the drum work on this album is so precise, and it always is, and something that the progressive metalcore, and more specifically the gent subgenre, have gotten a lot of bad blood and reputation over, is the fact that they're very uninspired, hyper-melodic riffs and blast beats and generic metalcore breakdowns that don't really aspire to much, whereas Erra, I feel like, has more of an atmospheric type of tone to their music, and the vocal passages play along really well with the soaring guitars, the soaring riffs, the absolutely brutal and sometimes melodic drum work, and it all comes together to create this very epic, atmospheric, thematic type of just anthems that blast your ears with a cross between just brutal metalcore and this spacey type sounding progressive metalcore music with gent-inspired riffs. And I hate to use the gent tag, but they are gent-inspired. They remind me a lot of Periphery, but I'm not a big fan of Periphery. Erra is my favorite band. I'm actually wearing an Erra shirt. But I think that Moments of Clarity is a 9 out of 10 just because it's not a full-length album, but a song like Dreamcatcher or Light City are just so impressive. Every song on this album is impressive because I love Erra, but Yeah. If you like the video, be sure to let me know. Post in the comments below if you'd like to be shouted out. Like the video, it helps me out a ton. I'll see you next time. Keep it high, keep it tight. This is Jay Morse, the review guy, signing off saying farewell.